The pandemic has clearly taken a toll on small businesses. Some recent reports show that only 35% have been profitable in 2020. That number is even less for Black and Hispanic-owned small businesses. An open society would seem to be a welcome sort of thing. But what precautions come with that? And even as vaccine availability is going up and more states are open to more capacity, the talk of a $15 an hour minimum wage may create some issues as well. Arnaldo Richards co-owns Pico's restaurant, which is on the front lines interacting with customers. Fran Cardi Dawkins is a Smoothie King franchisee with a different type of customer, but may have some of the same kinds of concerns. Good morning to both of you. Arnaldo, let me ask you this. What kind of precautions did you have in place, and how have you changed those precautions after the governor's removal of the mask mandate and restrictions on capacity?
I mean, since March 17, we have been following all the regulations. The social distancing, the wearing of the mask, having 5-6 stations with sanitizer. All my employees have been trained. Everyone wears a mask, wears gloves. I mean, we've been doing this since March 17, and we're going to continue to do it, from here until the pandemic is gone.
So whether that...
We're not changing anything. It's going to leave it the way it is.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. It's a blessing in one way that you would have increased capacity, but also maybe a concern. What's your big concern about increased traffic in your restaurant?
Well, I mean, right now, we have had a lot of support, with whatever is happening since the governor, decided to lift the mandate. I mean, we had, our sales have increased. I mean, the support, this is gone. Are you there?
Yeah, we're still here. Keep going.
Oh, I'm sorry. The support of the community has been incredible. I mean, we had probably an uptake of business of about 20% in the last 5-6 days. But it's because, we're doing the right thing.
Right.
Nothing should change. We're keeping the social distancing. I mean, this 100% to us means nothing. I mean, we're still doing the same thing that we've been doing all this time. We have taken out about 40% of our seats. And we continue to do the business that we can. I mean, just have to adapt to the environment.
Fern, you have a different kind of business. Smoothie King business is different in that you typically have fewer customers. They come in. How have you changed, if at all, your requirements for coming into the business?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just like Arnaldo said, we had to, follow the CDC guidelines as well. Smoothie King, of course, is a franchise brand, so we do have corporate directives that come down that are following the CDC guidelines. So we're requiring temperature check and gloves and social distancing in the store and all of those other things. We've had those in place since the guidance came out last year. Now, what is different is that we are a quick service restaurant or a fast food restaurant. And so it's a bit different than Pico's would be or other sit down fine dining restaurants are. And in that, we do have a drive-through. And so customers were able to safely still patronize our business, even when dining areas were required to close down. I closed my lobby area, but it didn't actually impact my business as much as I thought it would, because people were very easily able to jump in their cars.
Right.
And very quickly we pivoted and started doing online ordering and curbside pickup and all of the other things you've seen other restaurants do to create a safe space for their customers to continue to enjoy their product.
Arnaldo, what would you say to a $15 minimum wage? What are your response to that when you heard people talking about that? Is that a good thing for you? Does that affect your business in a negative way, positive way? How?
I mean, the staff that I have, I have employees that have been with me for 30-some years. I mean, the majority of my people are making more than $15 an hour. Even the dishwashers and the prep cooks, they're all making between $12 to $13 an hour. It's just the type of business that I run. It's the type of business that we have. We've been in business for 37 years, and some of the people that I had have been with me for the longest time. They deserve to have these salaries. The only thing that I'm concerned right now is not only the minimum wage, but for restaurants like mine, is the tip tax credit that they're taking away. And that's something that we are, through the Texas Restaurant Association, we're lobbying to keep it.
Right. Fern, you have a different scenario. You don't have people who've been there like 30 years like Arnaldo. Typically, they're going to be entry level. So how does the possible $15 wage increase in minimum wage, how does that affect your business, you think?
Yeah, no, absolutely. In my business and other businesses like mine that are mostly entry-level jobs that are designed in many ways for teenagers and college students and folks who want to work part-time, these business models are built when you consider your cost of goods and your build out and everything else. They built in the minimum wage of, as part of the cost of operating. And so certainly to change that to 15, it's going to impact businesses like mine. And I think what you're going to see is businesses start to look at more automation and other ways to continue to, or looking at other ways to reduce costs, whether that's looking at their supply chain, reducing your cost of goods sold, things like that. But something's going to have to be done because there are entire businesses, large businesses even, especially franchises and quick service restaurants that were truly just built on the minimum wage model.
Well, it's an incremental thing if it ever gets passed, which is certainly not a certainty at this point. But I'm glad to get your input on both the mask mandate being lifted, capacities, and the $15 minimum wage. Thank you very much. Arnaldo, I understand you got some great food over there. I got to come over and have lunch, and I'm going to follow it up with a nice smoothie that's based upon this show today. So thank you guys both for being on. We appreciate you.
We'll let you bring it in.
All right. Okay, good deal.
Thank you for having me on.
All right. Thank you very much.